Hello everyone. Okay, let's wait for a little bit longer for everyone to join. Maybe about 1 more minute. Okay, then we'll join. So those of you guys who are seeing me live right now, right, please just drop a comment saying hello, so I know at least I'm not alone here. I'll do a self-introduction, and then after that, we'll start with today's Facebook Live. Okay. Okay, so let's just start with today's live. So, hello everyone, my name is Teacher Jovan. It's been a while since I see you guys on Facebook Live. Okay, I think it's been about a good 1.5 months ish. Okay, the previous Facebook Live, we have went through so many different things. And last week, 2 weeks ago, I believe Mrs. Koo we have went through a lot of questions. And you guys had a meaningful session with Mrs. Koo. So for today's lesson wise, right? Okay, let me just present my screen. Okay, for today's session wise, right, we'll be talking about electricity questions, right, which are in the higher order thinking skills side of the electricity question. So we are tackling more complex electricity question. It's not as simple as just parallel or series and that's it already. Okay, it's not as simple as that. We'll be doing a lot of we'll be analyzing the questions more in depth, and then you'll see how the questions vary from the simpler electricity questions. Okay, so most students often stumble upon this kind of questions, and then they struggle to answer these kind of questions to get a full marks for the paper because they're missing certain keywords. So in today's session, we'll be tackling we'll be debunking all these questions, and then for the electricity side, we'll be doing some questions basically. Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look at the first question. Okay, let me zoom in first. Okay, let's read the first question together. Okay, so if anyone that is live right now, right, that is watching me live right now, please just drop a comment saying like hi or something. So at least I'm not the only one here. Okay, so for the first question, a ride at a museum park, right, for children becomes unsafe when the mass of a child is too high or too heavy, basically. So therefore, a child can board the ride only if his or her mass is less than 40 kg. So I believe all of you guys who have been to amusement park ride, and sometimes there's a weight limit, right? So and this whole entire setup here is the system that determines whether you're over 40 or below 40, whether is it safe for you to ride a roller coaster or whatever. Okay, so they ask you, part A, question 1, part A, what type of materials are the contact made up of? What kind of contacts what type of materials the contacts are made up of? Over here, we have to take a look at what is the aim of this whole entire question itself. It's asking about whether when the child, right, when he stands on it, when it's above 40 kg, what will happen? Basically, the spring will compress, and then these metal contacts will touch each other, and then the light bulb will light up. Am I right to say this? Yes, right? So what type of material are the contacts made up of? And why? Can someone just say out your answer in the comments? Okay, meanwhile, let me try to type this down. Oops. Okay, what type of material must the contacts be made out of? Can it be made out of glass, for example? Or can it be made out of plastic? Which one? Rubber? Metal? What type of material? Okay, so if I need this whole entire thing, right? I need the light bulb to light up, yes or no, in order for me to allow the child to board the ride. So in order for my light bulb to light up, this whole entire circuit must be a closed circuit, yes or no. So right now, can you see that the contacts are not touching each other? So if the contacts are not touching each other, this is a open circuit. The moment the contact touch each other, right, it will be a closed circuit, and this whole entire setup, the light bulb will light up. But the material that my contacts need to be made up of, right, it must be a electrical conductor. Okay, why? Because it must be able to conduct your electricity. Yes or no? If you put a rubber, let's say the contacts are made out of rubber, right? Correct? Do you think the whole entire light bulb will light up or not? Obviously not, right? Why? Because it is still an open circuit. Yes or no? Because the contacts are not they are non-conductors of electricity, so they do not conduct electricity. So electric current cannot flow from the positive to the negative side of the battery. Okay, I'm sure all the P5s have already learned this electricity questions. For the P4 and below watching this, right, don't worry, it'll be your turn next year. Okay, so it must be a electrical conductor. Why? Because they have to explain why, right? Because electrical conductors, they allow electric current. Take note, do not write allow electricity to flow through. Okay, the preferred keywords here that I'm looking for is electric current. So do not just write allow electricity to flow through. No, just write allow electric current to flow through it. And then you have to tell me forming what kind of circuit. Forming a closed circuit. So bulb will light up when contact touch. Each other. Yes, thank you, Bell. Because it allows electric current to pass through, and then you have to tell me forming a closed circuit. Okay, do not tell me electricity. Yeah, tell me electric current. Okay. Now, we move on to the part 2, or part B rather. An engineer says that the design of setup A is not safe. So he says it will be safer if the light bulb lights up when a child is of acceptable mass stands on it. Give a reason why the design of setup A is not safe. So in order to answer this question, we have to analyze what is setup A first. Okay, so for setup A, right, in order for the light bulb to light up, the contact must hit each other. That means if the light bulb don't light up, right, the child can write. If the light bulb lights up, the child cannot write. Yes or no? But right now, he says that, the engineer says that, right, a safer way to do it is when the bulb only lights up when a child of acceptable mass stands on it. Why? Can someone tell me a reason why? Why is setup A not safe? Okay, I'll give you all a few minutes. Okay, let me see some comments in the telling me the answer. Okay, the reason why setup A is not safe is because what if suddenly if the light bulb, right, just spoils, the light bulb fuses, okay, that means the light bulb is blown, right, correct? What will happen? If the light bulb is not light up, basically if the light bulb is spoiled, right, correct? Does anyone have any idea that the light bulb is spoiled? Or they can just safely assume that the children is less than 40 kg and the light bulb did not light up? Yes, right. People can assume that since the light bulb never light up, right, that means my child must be less than 40 kg. But what if in the case that the light bulb is fused or is blown, the light bulb spoiled? Then regardless of how heavy it is, right, how heavy the child is, the light bulb will not light up. Yes or no? So, topic tested here, our signature TCR methodology says that our T will be our topic. So we have to identify what kind of topic is this whole entire question asking. So obviously it will be electricity. Okay, and then tester focus here will simply be light bulb blown, which leads to open circuit. Okay, and then what is the clue provided by the question? What is the clue provided by the question? It's actually in the question text itself. It says that the light bulb, safer if the light bulb lights up when a child of acceptable mass stands on it. So this whole thing, I'm not going to type it down in a clue. This whole thing is a clue here. Okay. Oops. Okay. Concept application wise, what happens if we are talking about concept application? What will happen if the child actually with a heavier mesh, right, steps on it and the light bulb is blown rather? Okay, if so, we have to state a hypothetical question, situation. So let's say if the light bulb is blown, what will happen? The circuit will be an open circuit, yes or no? So there will be no clear way to tell whether it's a kid over 40 or below 40. Because either way, right, since the light bulb is blown already, right, the light bulb will not light up, regardless of whether the metal contact touches each other or not. Okay, so the circuit will be an open circuit, and then even if a child is above 40 kg, what will happen? Light up, light bulb will still not. Okay, so this is my concept application. And my result here, what will be my result? How is this dangerous? That means that this allows children above 40 kg to ride. Okay, making it dangerous. Simple. Okay. Yep. Okay, I'm going to move on already. So the full answer you guys just write at the bottom below on your own worksheet. We're not going to spend too much time talking about the full answer here. So as long as you guys get the ideas right, then that's it really. That's all good. Okay. So next part, how should setup A be changed to allow a child who is 50 kg and below to board the ride? So I need 50 kg and below, right? Right now, if my 50 kg and so right now this spring, right, only comes into the spring only compress when a children less than 40 steps on it. But right now they want a heavier child stepping on it and then you touch, right? So what must I have here? I must have more resistance pushing the platform up, right? So that the child above 50 will be able to drop down even more. Okay. Okay. So how am I supposed to do that? I see some questions. I see some answers already. Okay. Let me toggle this one. How should setup A be changed to allow a child who is 50 kg and above, and below to board? You can use stiffer springs. Simple. 1 mark like that. Did the question ask you to explain? The question did not ask you to explain, right? So you can just leave it as use stiffer springs can already. Okay? So right now, after finishing question 1, right, I think we all have a sense of, have a clear idea of what electricity higher order thinking questions may look like in exams. Okay? So if you want to learn more about electricity, right, if you are if your curiosity is really sparking you and like you want to learn more about electricity, okay, and in a much more fun way, you know, when you get to have hands-on sessions practicing electricity, seeing the circuits there's in the questions coming out in real life for you, right? We have a workshop. There's a good news for you because we have a workshop that's happening actually tomorrow. Okay, it will be happening tomorrow, so it's not too late to sign up right now. Okay, so it'll be held in Novena. Okay, pardon me. This should be just in Novena. Okay, and then the fees will be 188, and it's happening from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. because tomorrow is a public holiday, right? So I'm pretty sure all the P5s or the P6, right, are all at home. Okay, so we have our electricity workshop where it's conducted by our senior teacher and our Mrs. Ko. Okay, that she's our pioneer teacher, and yeah, she's our anchor teacher in heuristic science. So she'll be the one conducting this workshop, and then your child will get to see electricity come into real life application. Okay, rather than just seeing it on a plain piece of paper with questions, you will be taking this experience, right, and then making it in front of you. Okay, creating parallel circuits, series circuits, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then this can be used to spark learning, you know, and amp up your answers, basically answering your questions in a way that you can ensure you get full marks for your section B answers by using our TCR answering technique. Okay, so a $20 off specially for you. Just key in this promo code electricity20 with a capital E to get your $20 off in the Google form. So please just click the link over here and to sign up, okay, for electricity workshop. And this is applicable for P5s and the P6s as well. If the P6 want to come, they can come as well. Okay. So talking about this, right? Sometimes you know, P6s, right? For the P6s, one of your biggest milestones is actually very, very near. Okay, it is in about 100 plus days, and then we have just the right workshop for you. We have this our June holidays PSLE Science Preparatory Workshop, right? They can help you to craft your answer in a way that it ensures you get full marks or close to full marks. Okay, so it is to build a strong foundation for PSLE Science. So the P6s, I'm sure that you guys will have maybe forgotten some of the P3 to P5 topics that you have learned over the past 3 years. Okay, and then this whole entire workshop gives you the chance to recap, and then it's an intensive workshop to recap and to make sure that you are able to score your section B as well. So we'll be analyzing real PSLE questions, okay, and then maybe I'm saying maybe you guys will be able to spot questions also from PSLE this year. I'm not sure about that, okay? And then you can improve on your open-ended question accuracy. So the TCR template that I've went through earlier on, it'll be used in the workshop as well. Okay, so sign up for this math and science June prep workshop, right? If you sign up for science, it's a fixed price, but if you sign up for both subjects, right, you have a massive discounted price if you sign up for the bundle set. Okay, so enough of me talking about workshop. Let's head back to question 2 for our Facebook Live. So, question 2. Mr. Tan designed a security camera system as shown below. So the system can be installed at the entrance of the building to monitor the people that enters and leaves the building. So, what property must the metal plate have to allow the circuit to work? So this is, as you can tell, the exact same type of question as question 1. So basically, I can just copy and I can paste. But then obviously, I have to change the context. Okay, so you can tell me that for me, a closed circuit. So, hold on. Let me see some of your comments. Okay, so it must be an electric. Actually, for this question, right, I do not have to talk so much about the electrical conductor allowing electricity to flow through whatever. Why? Because they just asked me what property must the metal plate have. Okay, I just need to state that it must be an electrical conductor. That's it. I don't have to explain. The reason why the previous question I have to explain is because question asked me why. Okay, but for question 2, they did not ask me why, so I can just say it must be an electrical conductor. Okay, to allow electricity to flow through, that one is optional. If you want to write also can, you won't be penalized, but then if you use the wrong keywords, you may be penalized depending on how strict your teacher is. Okay? So part B, explain how the camera start recording when someone steps on the plate. So when someone steps on the plate, right, what will happen? Okay, based on logic wise, right, we'll just analyze the diagram. When someone steps on the metal plate, right, there's a spring, the spring will compress, metal plate will touch these two contact points, forming a closed circuit, right? So electric current can flow through. So this is exactly your answering technique. Okay, so you can just simply tell me that when someone steps on the plate, what will happen? Their weight will compress the spring. Oops. Under the plate, metal plate. Okay. Then what does this cause? Causing the metal plate to touch the contact point. Okay. This is a key word here. Okay, causing metal plate to touch the contact point, forming a closed circuit. Allowing what? Can I write allowing electricity? No, the ideal answer should be allowing electric current to flow through. And to power the camera to start working. Okay. Okay. Let me just pause here for a while and then we'll continue. Just let y'all write down your answers first. Okay, so part C. Mr. Tan noticed that the camera did not start recording when a person below 40 kg stepped on the plate. That means the person is too light and then the metal plate, right, will not touch the contact. Yes or no? That's why the camera did not record. So state one way he could enable the camera to record whenever a person below 40 kg step on the plate without changing the spring. That means right now I cannot change the spring. The previous question, right, I can still change the spring to be a stiffer spring to allow a heavier person to step on it. But right now I cannot change the spring. Means what? The spring must remain the same, just that it has to, my metal plate has to come down, yes or no? But it has to come down even lower. So what must I do? What can I do? I can simply just decrease the distance between the metal plate and the contact, yes or no? So Hello everyone. Sorry, there was okay. Apologies everyone. So this due to some technical errors, right? I've been locked out of the whole entire stream, so I wasn't able to log in until now. Okay, so let me just start presenting again. Okay, actually we are technically done with the whole entire live already. So just want to recap on some concepts and then we'll start with yes. Okay, so today's Facebook Live has been great. Okay, so we have went through about electricity and then talk about electricity higher order thinking skills and how you answer certain electricity questions using our signature TCR method. Okay, so to those who want to sign up for the workshop that's happening tomorrow, it's not too late. You can just sign up using the link here. Okay, and then please remember to key in the promo code to get your $20 off. And for the P6s, you're not forgotten as well. Okay. So let me just remove this. Yes. Okay. Yes. So thank you so much for staying with me throughout. Okay. Apologies for the technical errors. Okay, we'll try to fix that in the next coming Facebook Live. Okay. So if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the electricity workshop. Yeah. Okay. So if not, I'll see you guys again. If you are not going for the electricity workshop, I will see you guys when I see you next time on Facebook Live. Okay. Bye bye. Have a great night.